What up? What up? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me. I gotta apologize to my buddy Billy Falcon because the the world premiere of Warrior, man, the sound didn't sound too great on there, but you can go to his site, Billy Falcon, on YouTube to watch the video, listen to it. I say it's pretty badass. I think it's pretty badass of a video. So all of you want to go check it out, go to Billy Falcon's page and check out the Warrior music video. I have a little part in it. I dropped some bars. Folks, yeah, I just read on here CNN is telling everyone to lock down again, huh? They're going to be doing the lockdown, and of course, and it's only to the people that are trained. Let's just clarify that. All of us, it's not going to work on me. It's not going to work on any of you. We all know that. It's not going to work on the awake. They're counting on. They're doing desperate. They're taking desperate measures and desperate attempts for power. That's what it is now. They're going all in. Like I've said this many times before. Folks, you can Venmo me D-Rod 1977 D-ROD 1977. That's my Venmo. I think I got a super chat up and working. Any contribution helps. It makes me feel pretty good. I'm like a stripper. You throw dollars at the stripper, see? Folks, when the lights go out on Amazon, my book, I wrote it on a month. I wrote it in 1 month on my iPhone. And then my mama's book, The Mexican Mix, on Amazon as well. It's there. Leave an honest review. She reads all of them. And then we got Health with NINO, folks. Collagen. It's important. It's what helped me with my when I got my face slashed open with a knife. It's what helped me get through it, and I feel like it looks great. It looks great for almost losing half my face. Check this out. Studies have revealed that our appearance affects our mental health. The anti-aging industry has tried to capitalize on that for decades. Unfortunately, many of the anti-aging products out there fall short. This is because most of the serums and supplements out there don't target the source of the problem, like it could be ugly. This is why I'm such a huge fan of multi-collagen. Multi-collagen works so quickly to restore youthfulness back into your skin. It helps by combating loose skin and wrinkles, and it does this quicker and more effectively than anything I've ever tried, and that's the truth. Imagine how good your skin will look this summer with taking it. If you want to look and feel your best, grab some multi-collagen today. Get 51% off for the next 24 hours only by going to the link below, folks. The link is below. Collagen Health with NINO. All right. Also, folks, I'm on Spotify. Nino's Corner on Spotify. Etsy is Nino's Corner store. I'm getting Patriot Wear. It's a new store that I'm developing. I'm developing Patriot Wear. Telegram, Nino's Corner. Getter, Nino's Corner. Twitter is Nino Boxer. Now, I've been locked out of Twitter since I've been locked out twice on Twitter since Elon took over. But I'm hearing it's going to take a while for him to properly take over, so I'm cool with it. NinosCorner.tv. NinosCorner.tv is fire. I had Jesse Serboter on talking about the occult practices, blood rituals. Jesse Serboter listing some names that she has personally witnessed, and it's there on NinosCorner.tv. I'm going to be having Juan O'Savin up today or tomorrow, probably today, talking about the letter to 60 Minutes by Trump. Calm down, folks. Calm down. He has said this since the very beginning. He has said this from the very beginning, okay? And I'm going to get into that later about the insurrection. I have Judge Napolitano. I have Sheila Holmes, Laura Logan, and Mitchell Garber coming on about organ harvesting in China, and that's going to be on NinosCorner.tv. Coming at you live from the apocalypse, folks. Yeah, it's happening. It's coming right now, folks, and and all of us can see it. It's getting like this. Boop, 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 boop. and the vice grips, and it needs to go like this, folks. And the vice grips are closing in on the deep state. All the bad actors, la 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 la. It's happening. I don't care what anyone says. I know what's going on. Heroes will arise. This is going to be the time, especially now that Dinesh D'Souza put out that movie. I don't want to say it on here because I could get bombed. They're watching everything I do. This is the time people are going to, after watching that, they're going to say, you know what? I have the courage now and faith to know that what I'm doing is right, and I'm going to make a stand. There's enough evidence out there now, folks. And it's going to create heroes. It's going to create leaders. That's what it's supposed to do. It's to red pill the public and create heroes and leaders and create the army needed to go against the deep state. Let me first clarify the letter from Trump to 60 Minutes. And my glasses are fogging up again. It's always fogging up. So Trump's letter to Mark Esper. Jesper. So I'm receiving tons of emails about this, and people are panicked, like, oh gosh. Juanito has come on this show a million times, and what has he said every single time? It was never signed. It was never signed. But there are safeties in place. Now, I'm not going to even say the word, but you all know what wasn't signed. Now, you got people that come on my program and talk about Real Raw News. Why? Folks, it says on the in front page right there, it says satire. It says satire. Stop with Real Raw News already. Stop. A lot of things at play. He knew that he was being set up. He should close Mount Cheyenne Mountain. The only people that special clearance are behind there. The intel operation of that special clearance and closing down Cheyenne Mountain are two different things. Completely two different things, but part of the same operation, from what I understand. Now, safeties are in place, but he couldn't give them what they wanted because we all know what happened on January. You know what day that was. I hate the fact that I have to do this on this channel, that I have to be like, oh, over here, over there, on the walk the line. But you guys know what I'm talking about. I know my audience is smart enough to figure out what I'm fucking laying down. So they're in scramble mode right now, and they're going to go in for full power control. I don't doubt it if they try to enforce lockdowns again. I don't doubt it. But the only ones that are going to fall for it are the stupid. You see them. You still see them at the store, don't you? When you're grocery shopping, they're still doing it. They're fucking. It's like Stockholm syndrome. It's like it's Stockholm. I don't know. It's like they like it. They like to be told what to do. They're scared of their health. How come everybody I see that wearing it are obese or real sickly looking? Watch Dr. Judy Mikovits on my Nino's Corner.tv. Watch that. It says it all. She says it all. Dr. I can't even say his name on here, but the other doctor I had on Nino's Corner.tv. Right now, the Democrats are planning a torpedo. And the torpedo is fake polls saying, ooh, they have a chance. They have a chance coming midterms. Well, it's a torpedo. And what they're doing is they're using Roe versus Wade. Now, remember problem, reaction, solution. Well, the leak of Roe versus Wade, the leak is the problem, the desired problem to get the desired reaction from the crazy radicals that like to kill babies. And the solution is the outcome that they're getting. So try to read between the lines here, folks. The outcome that they're desiring for. The desired outcome, and make it as believable as possible. What would be the desired outcome that would be believable? I know you know what would be, without me having to say it, I can't say it on here, but the desired outcome is to do again what they did. So, yeah, that's the torpedo's on its way. The torpedo's on its way. And all they got to do is make it believable, folks. All they got to do is make it believable, and that's it. And they're on their way. And their prize is Texas. Texas. Texas is the prize with Beto O'Rourke. They can control Texas. They got the southern border on lock. They control everything in the southern border once they get Texas. Now, I'm not a fan of Abbott. I think he could have done a lot more, but if I had to pick between Abbott and O'Rourke, I'm going with Abbott. And let me tell you, Beto's from my hometown, but I know who controls him. So I'm going with Abbott. But they're trying to make it as realistic as possible so we all know. Am I doing all right with how I'm stating things and saying things? Do you guys understand how I'm laying this down, how I'm putting this down? Do you guys, can I get a thumbs up if you could, if I'm making sense without having to say the words? Yes? Okay. I'm sure I got a bright bunch. All right, cool. All right. I'm just hoping none of you are. New poll reveals warning signs for GOP on abortion ahead of midterms. God, I'm freaked out. I'm scared to say any word. So many right-wing politicians and pundits have spent the week rejoicing over Monday's momentous report that 5 conservative Supreme Court justices appear poised to strike down the landmark Roe v. Wade decision that established a constitutional right to abortion almost a half a century ago. Yet a new Yahoo News, Yahoo, mainstream news poll, one of the first to be conducted entirely after the leak of Justice Samuel Alito's controversial draft opinion, suggests that Republicans risk overplaying their hand on abortion ahead of the 2022 midterms, and the Democrats could benefit if the hot button issue is on the ballot. The survey of 1,577 U.S. adults, which was conducted from May 3rd to May 6th, found that registered voters initially preferred a generic Democrat 44% over a generic Republican 39% by 5 percentage points when asked how they would vote in their district if the congressional election were being held today. But when voters were asked to choose instead between a pro-choice Democrat and a pro-life Republican, GOP support fell to 31%, while Democratic support held steady, more than doubling the gap between the two candidates to 13 percentage points. They got to make it realistic. I think this whole thing with the Supreme Court, all of it is contrived and engineered. I do. I think it's contrived and engineered, and they're in on it. They're in on it. They all are. Think about it. What a perfect storm coming into midterms, huh? What the perfect storm. It's also they can do the whoosh, slipperoo. Oh boy, it's so obvious. It's like when you can see through the facade and the bullshit, and you can see the little man behind the curtain. It's just so obvious. It's so obvious. And I know you guys feel the same way. Putin. Why do I call him Putin? It's like mutant. Putin. It seems like there should be more after his name. Like when I say Putin, I'm like Putin. It just feels like there should be more after his name. Like when I say Putin, it's just Putin. Putin to test terrifying doomsday plane tomorrow in horror warning to the West. So, folks, no super chat today. Really, am I losing my charisma? The Ilyushin 280, dubbed the Doomsday plane, is a Russian-built aircraft with emergency strategic equipment built, which is designed to protect Putin from a nuclear attack. The aircraft has highly distinctive features, including a windowless fuselage and an exaggerated radar detection dome on the roof of the cockpit. This is reportedly to prevent exposure to the electromagnetic pulse, an EMP. Russian officials have confirmed the aircraft will be showcased in the parade on Red Square in Moscow, which is held to celebrate the fall of Adolf Hitler and the end of World War II. It will be joined by 8 MiG-29 fighter jets that will fly over. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Laura. That will fly over the Red Square to form a letter Z, which is a symbol of Russia's military campaign in Ukraine. So he's pulling out the doomsday plane, folks. This is just like 107 says about the Cuban Missile Crisis. Exactly. We're having it right now, aren't we? This is it. I got to tell you, folks, I've limited my sources. I've limited where I get my information from just to about 2 to 3 people. Yogi Wave, thank you. Jenny B, thank you. And the truth is this. I have pretty fucking good instincts from boxing. I've been around scumbags and street hustlers my whole life with boxing. I've been played by him. I see him coming a mile away. But I can game recognizes game, and I can see a real motherfucker a mile away. And let me tell you, Juan is a real motherfucker. Denise Neal, thank you. And I get everything he has said has happened. It may not be what you all want to hear. He may talk in parables. Sometimes it's hard for even me. But I know the guy knows what he's talking about. Jenny West, thank you. Tara Eggers, thank you. I love you too. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm laying down, folks? I know what the guy is talking about. Game recognizes game. If he was full of shit, I'd be like, this guy, I've caught him too many times in a lie. He's full of shit. I've hung out with the guy myself many times. And Jonathan, thank you. I got to tell you, everything he said is happening. Janet, Lori, thank you. Sassy, thank you. Sassy sisters, 2 sisters. So where we're at right now. So, the Ghost, Juan, I have him on ninoscorner.tv. I've met Ghost through Juanito. And I got to say, credible individuals. Thank you, Jason Smith, Deborah. So in New World Order news, U.S. G7 partners impose new sanctions on Moscow targeting elites. State TV. Sonny Science, thank you. The United States, the European Union, and the group of 7 G7 allies on Sunday agreed to impose fresh sanctions against Russia, including penalizing state-controlled media, barring Western managed consulting services in Russia, and tightening export controls. They want to control the media. The sanctions came a day before Russia's Victory Day, which celebrates the defeat of Nazi Germany during World War II. On Sunday morning, Biden participated in a virtual conference with G7 leaders and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. According to the White House, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, and UK, and the United States make up the New World Order. Part of it. The G7. The leaders released a statement at the conclusion of their meeting pledging their support for Ukraine and imposing fresh sanctions on Russia. Of course they're going to do that. It's just going to keep getting worse, folks. It's going to keep getting worse. But guess what? We need the public behind us, and I firmly believe that's happening now with Dinesh D'Souza's movie. Lyndall, Cindy, thank you. With the movie, the vice grips are coming in. The vice grips are coming in. And I'm telling you, folks, they're panicked. They still think they're going to get away with this because they're arrogant and pride cometh before the fall. But everybody involved, everybody, no one excluded, you're going to jail for a long fucking time. Sorry. You are. Oh, you thought you were going to get away with it. Nah, that's not going to happen. And more people are going to rise up now. Citizens, maybe judges grow a conscience. Are you out there? Is there a judge listening to my program? Grow a fucking conscience. Do what's right. Elon Musk tweets, if I die under mysterious circumstances, it's been nice knowing it. Did he actually tweet that? Because someone sent it to me. I didn't go on there and look, and it's probably irresponsible of me to bring it on here, but I read it. It says, if I die of mysterious circumstances, it's been nice knowing you. Can I get a thumbs up if that's true? Is it not true? Oh, it is true. Wow, that's crazy. So he's obviously concerned about his safety, but he's man, I got to say, the guy's brave. The guy's brave. I give him credit. Elon Musk plans to fire 1,000 of the Twitter staff. Do they deserve it? I would say yes. In fact, I think you should fire a hell of a lot more than that. So they'd stop locking me out of my account. All right. Musk, Twitter sued by Florida pension fund seeking to delay $44 billion takeover. So they're trying to stop him at all costs. What do you guys think? You guys think he's a white hat or a black hat? Give me a thumbs up if you think he's a white hat. Florida pension fund has sued Tesla CEO Elon Musk and Twitter Inc. in a bid to halt the self-avowed free speech absolutionist from finalizing his $44 billion takeover bid on the social media platform. If in the proposed class action lawsuit brought by the Orlando Police Pension Fund and filed in Delaware Chancery Court, the plaintiffs claim that Musk cannot legally finalize his takeover until at least 2025. In the year 2025, unless holders of 2/3 of the shares not owned by him sign off on the deal. They're trying to stop him at any cost, folks. They're trying to stop him at any cost. I got a thumbs down. What's that for? So the complaint claims that Delaware law prohibits a quick takeover because Musk has agreements with other big Twitter shareholders to support the buyout, including Twitter founder Jack Dorsey and Musk's financial advisor Morgan Stanley. Dorsey owns 2.4% of the Twitter shares, while Morgan Stanley owns around 8.8%. Do you remember on McAfee on Telegram? I've heard that's real, and I've heard that it's basically trolling the deep state, the McAfee Telegram. He's posted a lot of pictures of Jack Dorsey, and I think so did a few other people around Trump. And it kind of makes you wonder. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? Maybe Dorsey was taken in and given special instructions. I don't know. And this was all contrived, and I think the White Hats intercepted both Dorsey and Elon. That's just my opinion. And then I think the Ghost agrees with me on ninoscorner.tv. And it was a big switcheroo. Job interest in Twitter rises more than 200. Folks, I hope I'm doing a good job. This is not what I set out to do in my life. Fucking become a YouTuber. I didn't want to. I'm a YouTuber. Don't you know? Fuck. From heavyweight champion to YouTuber. Yeah. YouTuber. I'm a YouTuber. Dude, don't you know I'm a YouTuber? Oh. Life didn't go exactly as I planned. Oh, gosh. Fuck. What do you do for a living, Dave? Well, I'm a YouTuber. All right. So job interest in Twitter rises more than 260% after Elon Musk takeover deal. Oh, yeah. Since Twitter's board of directors accepted Elon Musk's offer to buy the social media platform, interest in employment opportunities on the tech firm has accelerated. New data shows. In the week of April 24th, interest in Twitter job openings as on Glassdoor surged 263%, according to Daniel Zuhl, a senior economist and data scientist at the Job Insights website. Oh, boy. California judge dismisses Trump's Twitter ban lawsuit. So I guess he has tons of lawsuits out there. U.S. District Court judge on Friday dismissed former President Donald Trump's lawsuit against Twitter, rejecting his argument that the platform violated his First Amendment free speech rights when they censored his tweets and permanently banned his account. I don't think it matters anymore, Trump. I think you can get on there and do what you want now, but I know you don't want to because you have Truth Social. So I guess you're going to stay on Truth Social. It's probably benefits your platform a lot better. So, okay, more power to you. So if you want to get any of Trump's posts, go to Truth Social. Judge spares Clinton campaign in ruling against John Durham's team. Remember, folks, all these fires are being lit for the deep state to have to fight. Keep them busy. A federal judge on Saturday turned down a request from special counsel John Durham that essentially limits evidence and testimony from the Clinton campaign and Democrat National Committee that prosecutors can use against former Clinton campaign lawyer Michael Sussman. It means that documents and testimony potentially could suggest that the Clinton campaign and Democrats coordinated to push since discredited allegations that in the candidate Donald Trump and his allies had a secret back channel between Trump Tower and the Russian bank. The stuff that's happening was with, I've been told to watch Durham, George Papadopoulos. Papadopoulos. We have found a rare Papadopoulos feeding off the coast of southern Africa. He said he believes Durham is a white hat. I get all the pieces and I try to put it together for you, folks. I get all the pieces and I try to put it together for you. Biden's disinformation chief, parents concerned about critical race theory are disinformers. Whew. The Biden administration's new disinformation chief says that parents who are upset about CRT making its way into public schools classrooms are disinformers. You're a disinformer. Why does that sound like Transformers, disformers, more than meets the eye? How many of you remember that one? How many of you remember disformers, more than meets the eye? This is getting so corny. I have to do corny shit because it's that corny. It's that stupid. It's that dumb. It deserves some shit like disformers, more than meets the eye. Fucking come on. Come on. Really? We're here again? We're here again in history? Didn't we go through this? Did we learn nothing? Nothing from the past? Nothing. And we're doing it again? History does repeat itself. Remember the book burning era? Remember that? The Biden administration's new disinformation chief says that parents are upset about CRT making its way to public school classrooms are disformers, more than meets the eye, who weaponize the issue to profit. Nina Jackowitz, who was appointed to lead the newly established Disinformation Governance Board at the Department of Homeland Security, dismissed the pushback against CRT indoctrination at an event in Ohio last October, when the debate over parents' right to direct the children's education had been taking center stage in high-profile elections, including Virginia's gubernatorial race. So, folks, like I said, if you don't see me on here on YouTube anymore, go to ninoscorner.tv. Fertilizer crisis. Fertilizer shortages are real now, and I'm guessing this is going to affect the next planting season. So I hope you're prepping. Get your food now. You can also hit My Patriot Supply below, folks. My Patriot Supply is down there. You can at least throw some buckets of food on the shelves. You'll feel better. You'll sleep better at night having it. I do. Uttered by USAID's Samantha Power in May 1st ABC interview with former Democratic advisor George. Why do they have these names? George Stephanopoulos. The words briefly drowned on the din of the news cycle. They were not unexpected to some. Power, who served as UN ambassador under Obama, mentioned fertilizer shortages after weeks of hints from the Biden administration. White House Press Secretary Jan Psaki repeatedly alluded to challenges obtaining fertilizer in recent press briefings. So did President Joe Biden himself in a joint statement with EU President Ursula von der Leyen. Man, we're coming into it, folks. We are coming into it. It's coming. Whether you like it or not, The shortages are coming. I appreciate any of you that are throwing dollars at me, making it rain. I'm like a stripper. I'm a YouTube stripper. Have you guys seen my OnlyFans? Just kidding. I don't have an OnlyFans. Not yet. No, but I won't. I won't do that. The VP of, man, I don't know if I should say this. Maybe I should just skip this. But a VP was arrested that had to do with this. Rady Johnson, the executive vice president of, has been arrested at his home and charged with multiple counts of fraud by federal agents. He was taken into custody and is awaiting a bail hearing. This comes as thousands of classified documents were released, showing the true risk of and that's as far as I'm going on that. Figure it out. I lay it out for you all to play it out. Oh, if you'd like to send a gift. Thanks, Britt. Gray-eyed Jewel. Five healthy children aged 10 and under have died of mysterious hepatitis outbreak in the U.S. 109 cases have been identified in 24 states, and 14% of infected kids have needed liver transplants, CDC announces. Agency's deputy director for the infectious disease, Dr. Jay Butler, revealed the grim tally in a press conference. He said that they were now probing whether exposure to animals, including petting dogs, could be behind the cases. More than 9 in 10 children were hospitalized, he said, and 50 needed to receive liver transplants. Thank you, Rebecca. Scientists are still puzzled over what could be causing the spate of mysterious hepatitis among children. The leading theory at present is that it's triggered by adenovirus, which it can trigger a common cold. Dr. Oz. Now, I've said what I've given my thoughts on Dr. Oz. Anybody who's part of the World Economic Forum, I'm not voting for them. I see past it. Even though Trump gave him an endorsement, I guess he just picked the lesser of the two evils. But he gets roundly booed at Pennsylvania MAGA rally despite Trump endorsement. U.S. Senate candidate from Pennsylvania, Mehmet, is his name Mehmet? Thank you. Mehmet Oz was booed Friday night at a rally in the Commonwealth headlined by former President Donald Trump. The Republican Senate nominee from Ohio, J.D. Vance, was also in attendance. Prior to Oz's speech, the former TV doctor was booed. He was booed loudly during an introductory video in which he shared his stance against abortion. On pro-life, life starts with conception, at conception, and that's how I feel, Oz said in the pre-recorded remarks. He was met by a chorus of boos. Now, why was he met by a chorus of boos? I think people are smart now, and I think they're seeing through all the bullshit. I think we know that he's part of the World Economic Forum, and you can't be trusted. That's the group you're in. Sorry, but not sorry. More climate change news. New Mexico residents brace for extreme wildfire conditions. You know, they're telling you it's climate change. It's climate change. It's just too hot. It's just too hot. So it starts fires because it's hot. It's hot outside, causing fires. Las Vegas, New Mexico, with the worst of the thick wildfire smoke having blown out of town. Residents of this small northern New Mexico city tried to recapture a sense of normalcy Saturday as their rural neighbors hunkered down amid predictions of extreme fire conditions. Shops and restaurants reopened. The historic center was no longer just populated by firefighters, but there was a widely felt sense of anxiety loss and wariness that was of what lay ahead. It's literally like living under a dark cloud, said Liz Birmingham, whose daughter had persistent headaches from the smoke. It's unnerving. You know, after these fires happen in California and all over the place, who comes in and buys up the land, folks? Who comes in and buys the land dirt cheap after everyone's displaced and they have to migrate to cities? Get what I'm saying? Taliban news. We got some Taliban news, folks. Taliban order Afghan women to cover up fully in public. I thought they already did that. But we're bringing them all here, aren't we? And we're bringing them all here. You go to the El Paso airport for a while, they were everywhere. They were camping out, laying around on the airport floor. In Kabul, the Taliban on Saturday, May 7th, imposed some of the harshest restrictions on Afghanistan's women since they seized power, thanks to Biden, ordering them to cover fully in public, ideally with the traditional burqa. The militants took back control of the country in August last year, promising a softer rule than their previous stint in power between 1996 and 2001, which was marked by human rights abuses. And here we go again. Yet we bring them here. We're bringing them here from Afghanistan, aren't we? All part of the engineered takeover, folks. Tennessee governor signs bill banning trans athletes from female collegiate sports. Tennessee Republican Governor Bill Lee signed legislation on May 6th that will ban transgender athletes from competing in female sports at the college level. The HB 2316 SB 2153 bill prevents biological male students from taking part in the intercollegiate or intramural sports that are designated for females. The educational institution must determine the sex of the student as listed in her original birth certificate, which was issued at or near the time of birth. So, do you remember that? Do you remember for a while there? I don't know. It was like the big feminist movement. Women wanted to compete with men and everything. Like, oh, we should be able to play basketball with men. We should be able to play against them in tennis. We should be able to play with them in football. Like thinking they're going to come into our sports. But little did you know, we were going to dress as women and come into your sports. How fucked up is this world? It's so fucked up. Oh, shit. All right. In what the fuck news, this leads properly into what the fuck news. In what the fuck news, this is really what the fuck. NASA wants to send nudes to space in order to attract aliens. God, my glasses. Hey, E.T., you up? NASA is planning on launching nude images into space as part of its latest attempt to make contact with other intelligent life in the universe, according to a study recently released by the space agency. However, the proposed unsolicited pictures won't be graphic photographs of actual naked humans like you might think. So it's not going to be like Instagram. Instead, they are basic anatomical drawings of a man and a woman, accompanied by a depiction of DNA. The humans are waving, likely to make them seem more welcoming in the galaxy and not all creepy. The sketches were revealed in a study that's part of the NASA project called Beacon into the Galaxy, which aims to spark communication with any alien civilization that might be out there. Wait a second. You mean you're sending a picture of a naked man and a naked woman? What happened to the other 30 genders? I thought there was over 30 genders. So you're saying there's two. You're saying there's two because you're sending a man and a woman. What if the man identifies as a woman? And what if the woman identifies as a man? Did you clear that up with the aliens yet? You crazy fucks. Well, that was fun. I'm going to be going on with Mel K, and I have I forgot who else. Someone else. I have to check my schedule. Folks, thank you very much for the tips on my super chat. And you can Venmo me D-Rod 1977 and ask me questions on there. I'm going to be getting on with Juan later on today, either today or tomorrow. And Mel K. And I got Judge Napolitano tomorrow. I got Sheila Holmes. And I'll be on Wednesday, but I don't think I'm going to be on Friday, folks. I don't think I'm going to make Friday. So I'll be on Wednesday, but I don't think I'm making Friday. Check out ninoscorner.tv. Everything's there. The real fringe, hot, awesome material is on ninoscorner.tv. All right, folks. See ya. And the new heavyweight champion of podcasting. Later, folks.